Wedding season is underway, and there are so many decisions couples have to make, from food, venue, your dress. And then after they say I do, there are more decisions to make, like health insurance. And then the next question, who has the better plan? Emily Martins with Priority Health is here to explain how couples can make health plan decisions tailored to their specific needs. Hi, Emily. Thank you for being here with us.
Hi, Amber. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so this is an important step and something to on that checklist, right?
Yeah, the boring stuff, the adult stuff.
Okay, so we're outside of the open enrollment period, right? But there's a special enrollment period. How does that work? Tell us more about that.
So when someone gets married, they'll have 60 days if they would like to change coverage, or let's say one of them already has an employer plan, they can actually add someone to their plan within that 60-day period because they have a special enrollment event of marriage.
So what things should couples be considering when they make their decision, right? Walk us through that checklist.
Right now, especially, money is probably top of the list, and that's what we're talking about, looking at monthly premiums. So whether you're looking at an employer plan or you have to purchase coverage perhaps through the marketplace or directly with an insurance carrier, you want to look at how much that monthly premium is. The second biggest thing to me would be the out-of-pocket maximum. So you're building a life together now, you have to think about what risks there are. Your out-of-pocket maximum is the most that you'll pay in a year. You want to look at deductible, and then when you're getting down into the nitty-gritty of a plan, like what kind of prescription coverage do you need, if any? What doctors do you see? Things like that.
What are some common mistakes newlyweds make when it comes to their health insurance, Emily?
I think not considering cost or just looking at a monthly premium amount. So perhaps you're looking at your employer's coverage and you think it seems like an unreasonable amount, but perhaps the coverage justifies that. It's got a really low deductible, or you think maybe you can go without it at all, which is, we just aren't in that space. I think that you have to have that protection, and if you don't plan for it, it could come to bite you later as you're trying to build a life with somebody.
And really, newlyweds, they may feel a little overwhelmed, right? At this time, they've had to make a lot of decisions, the wedding and everything. Any other tips or advice you have for them that you want to share, Emily?
Yeah, I think it's important to sit down together and figure out what your medical needs are. So hospital coverage, medical coverage in terms of specialists, visits, what kind of prescriptions? Are you taking higher cost prescriptions? Are you using brand name medications? And what kind of coverage does your plan offer for those specific services? Or do you need mental health care? Each of those benefits can be different on different plans. So looking at what the options are, whose plan should we be on? Some plans cover both the spouse and the actual contract holder at one premium amount. Some adds on a lot of extra premium just to add somebody. So just a lot of different factors, and it's just important to sit down.
Talk it out, sit down.
Exactly.
Anything else that you wanted to share that I missed, Emily?
We have lots of resources at PriorityHealth.com. You can also talk with independent agents or your human resources folks at your employer if you want to get more information on what your options are.
All right, great tips. Thank you so much. Emily Martins with Priority Health. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Amber.